Hello, this is Athena with AMG Creates, and this is Rainy Pop-Up. It is my first actual, I guess, pop-up die on here, my first real interactive one. So I'm using the platform pop-up cloud inserts, and I'm not sure what else I'm going to use on there. I think that there was grass that is with the platform pop-up. I will make sure to put down below how to actually use it, and then I hope one day soon I will be able to kind of set this up to where I show you how to do it. But I'm gonna send you to Fawn down below, that way you can see exactly how they do it, and you can watch me on here as well. So I am also using the Beary Rainy Day, which is the stamp set, and it's basically the 3D version of the bears outside playing in the rain. I have, that is a 12 by 12 Lunfon paper that I got a while ago. It is called Watercolor Wishes, and it's the green one, obviously, which I was kind of going for grass, I guess. It's going to be on the outside of the card, and I like the segmentation of it and everything. It works out pretty well. You don't really see it too much on the card though, but it just looks the same all the way around. And I like the watercolor look of it. Kind of looking at the card now, I've only made like 2 of these maybe. And I'm showing you this part because I'm kind of taking you through everything. I like on Saturday I actually take you through how long that this is. Granted, it's sped up twice the length, so it's not really 18 minutes. And coloring is sped up 8 times its normal rate. Anyway, it doesn't take 18 minutes. It was closer to an hour. I had some interruptions that I'm glad that I muted, I guess. There's stuff that you don't hear on here. But yeah, it's fairly easy whenever you use it a lot. I'm going to be using it for a lot of other cards. And then I remembered that I had put that sharp side down, and I keep ruining my my magnetic plate. Yeah, I put it sharp side down. Oopsies. That's why I have so many indents on that magnetic plate. It's because I keep doing that. And then also because it's so big and I have a Gemini Junior, which is half size. Sometimes it doesn't cut. I can't believe I did that. I've done that so much with that thing. I order the magnetized plates on Amazon, so I'm not too worried about it. They're fairly inexpensive. They come in 2 packs, which is great for me. Yeah, it's another thing where it's like it just happens. It happens. So I'm getting everything all figured out right now. On there you need obviously 2 of those to go around, and then you'll need 3 of the little T-squares. For this one though, you need 2 because of the cloud thing. The platform pop-up cloud insert is going to go in the middle. If I had thought about it a little more, I would have played with it differently. I've seen there are different add-ons for the background. So you have I guess I'm not sure what it is. You have an extra little pop-up for the back. You have a hillside which slopes, which you can put around the back. There is a cloud wraparound, which wouldn't have worked out very well for this because I only needed clouds for the one thing. But I could have probably used it for the back or something. Not quite sure. Putting it all together is fairly easy. I realized I needed to cut the paper, but yeah, putting it together is fairly easy. Just making sure that you have all the stuff. I may have watched the Lawn Fun video once before I actually putting everything together. But yeah, so you can see that thing on the left that I have, that's the add-on that wraps, it would wrap around the back. You just stick glue on there and it wraps around. So the one thing that I didn't do is I didn't put like a little sentiment, I guess, on this at the very end. I didn't even think about it. So whenever I take a picture of it and I put it on Instagram, I put it on a reel on here. What are they? No, not here. Reels are Instagram. Shorts is YouTube. I'll figure it out at some point. But yeah, whenever I do that, I'll put a sentiment on the front of it or something. So yeah, the most time-intensive thing is just cutting everything out. So, and the thing that kind of irks me a little bit, but it's not too bad, is the fact that it is watercolor on one side, polka dots on the other. You don't really see the polka dots on the hair though. Looking at it, you actually would have to like turn it around to look at it and see. The cloud is just regular gray cardstock, so there's nothing on the back of it. But yeah, just cutting everything out takes time. Now you know why I do my easy cards on Tuesday have little to no cutouts. For this I'm just blending it. I have a little bit of, I think it's black. Yep. No, it's gray that I'm using because I think black would have been too dark. But yeah, just making the clouds a little bit more cloudy. I'm realizing that my paper's kind of doing the weird thing. And it does that with more intricate cuts whenever you're doing this. That, and I'm pretty heavy-handed whenever it comes to doing stuff anyway, because the gray really wasn't as liquidy. So you'll see during more darker cards, so like Halloween and stuff like that, you use the black to go along the edges, and it makes it pop. It just looks good. And then of course now that it's dried and everything, it's really evened out, so it looks really nice. And then make sure that my surface is clean. So I'm using a We Are Makers. It's We Are Makers now. Used to be We Are Memory Keepers. Glass matte. I love it. It's a little heavy, but I love it. So what you do with these is you take all of it. There are little creases in there where you can fold, so I'm not just randomly folding in places. And you take this T-square, and this is how it does the pop-up thing. So you gotta fold it right there. And I was trying to figure out how it went because I had watched the video a little bit later than what I wanted to. So yeah, just figuring everything out and where it's supposed to go so that it stays where it's supposed to stay. Take a little bit of tape and you put it there. Again, Lawn Fawn makes a much better video about this than I do. This is just for a card. But I do at some point want to make videos where it's how to use stuff, but I feel like I could just direct you to the website or direct you to their YouTube and it would be a little bit better. The first time I did this, I really made sure that everything was as tight as it could be, and I ended up messing it up completely. And then you just do the same to the other side. It is nice that Lawn Fawn makes this very user-friendly. I think that a lot of other likenesses to this have been very user-friendly, but I use a lot of Lawn Fawn stuff. Because I figure it's easier to go with one company than it is to do a whole bunch of them, especially whenever you're making cards and you're showing them like this. This is where I oopsied a little bit, because it's supposed to be put on the other side. Like it's supposed to go up one more. And I realized that, and then I move it. So yeah, that's whenever I'm like, wait a second, that's not how that's supposed to go. This is why you use removable tape, so that you can removable it. Otherwise you have to start all over again. To which, it would have been fine. But there are a lot of times, if you're doing special ink blending and whatnot, you've taken time for this. See, and then they go together like that. Ta-da! But yeah, whenever you've taken time on your pieces already, and then you mess up, and you really mess up, and you can't unmess it up, there is no undo button. And a lot of us crafty people can actually work with it, but there are some times whenever it just isn't gonna work. So this has a line right there where I know where to stick this. As you can tell, you've got the clouds and then you've got a cutoff that's right there. As I said, Lawn Fawn is extremely user-friendly. Their stuff is kind of forgiving, which is nice. And they do have a lot of interactive dies and, yeah, interactive dies. And those are, their add-ons, which you can see, and things like that. So if you want more, then they have the option for you to have more. And if you don't, then just the thing alone is cool. So you've seen the camera add-on that I have for the Magic Iris. I haven't used the iris part of it. I will at some point soon. But yeah, I haven't used the actual iris part. It kind of scares me because you have to move something in order for the aperture to open up, and it opens up 3 ways, and it's scary. I'm slightly intimidated. So yeah, ta-da, that is the pop-up portion of it. So whenever it shrinks down like that and it folds together, that is when you can shove it in an envelope and mail it. And I do believe that it is actual like regular envelope size too, which is fantastic. They did a lovely job with all of the sizing and stuff. I have seen people put the build a house or whatever it is on there. I've seen people put one of the trees on there. They've made whole little worlds, like a segment of world on these. It's crazy. I didn't do anything with the back of that. I don't even know why I put something on there. And now it is time to use the stuff. I thought that I was going to use one of the other stamps, the Den Sweet Den. And I didn't. It was all rainy day stuff, which makes sense because I had used Den Sweet Den for the easy card. And I had used Mix Mash of both for the Thursday card, so it's only fair that Saturday just gets the Beary Rainy Day. Or at least that's what I'm going with. Yeah, I stamp all of it down and then I'm going to color it. They're going to get die cut and then I'm going to stick them on there. I could have done a little bit better with the, I could have maybe filled in one of those green spots that you can see like between the grass and the clouds or something like that. I could have put blue on there instead. See, and that's the thing, is that whenever you're doing this after, and you're watching it and you're doing the voiceover, you don't realize, like, while you're doing it, what you could have done until you're looking at it and you're like, I could have done better. If I had, like, the extra time, I guess, which sounds bad. It sounds like a cop-out. It's not. It's just one of the things where I wanted to do it nicely, quickly. I do love watching myself color at this speed, though. It's fun to watch. It is vroom color. So I wanted to do a rainbow umbrella. I didn't think that I would like rainbow umbrella. I'm not a big fan of rainbow. Like, that as a whole thing, I'm not a big fan of. I think that rainbows in general are cool. Just let me stick with purple, please. The whole rainbow everything is just eh. So it is that time again, since we are almost done. If you like what you see, if you could please subscribe for more. I do this Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Tuesday is the easy card, Thursday is the medium-ish card, and Saturday is the more in... there's more to it on Saturdays. Last week's card took like an hour. So yeah, it was a lot. And I do very much enjoy doing these. I'm glad that I have the time and everything to do these. Here I am showing my mom or my daughter how the thing works. That was fun. Of course, both of them are kind of off to the side, so you don't see them. Normally my daughter sticks her hand in there. But yeah, this is just a really simple card. I know that I could have done more to it, but it's still in my mind. This is the second one that I've done. Like, it is the second pop-up that I've done. See, so I could have put more blue down there. Anyway, as I was saying, it's the second pop-up that I've done, and I really enjoyed just doing a simple card. I've never been a fan of just filling the whole thing up. Here, let me yawn in your ear. I don't breathe when I talk, that's why I yawn. And I'm putting the little splash thing right there. This is the worst part about this card, is that it is very hard to film what I'm doing while I'm doing it. It's really easy for me because I'm the one that's sitting there. But yeah, I was showing my mom what it looked like and what it does. But yeah, it's really cute. And I hope that you guys enjoyed it too. And I will see you next week.